Hi, my name's Mark. I'm one of the pastors here at Trillium. Have you heard of the song Garden Party? Do you know it? It's a song written in 1972 by Ricky Nelson. And the chorus has stuck with me for many, many years. It goes something like this. But it's all right now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. And that chorus, as I say, stuck with me through life. Nelson wrote it in response to an experience in 1971. He was at Madison Square Gardens playing in a concert. He'd been a big rock and roll star of the 1950s, like clean cut, squeaky clean guy, had some big hits. And in 1971, when he came on stage, he didn't really look like what he looked like in the 50s. And his music had evolved over that last decade. It had a little bit of a country and western feel. And so with the long hair and the ratty jeans and the country and western feel to some of the music he was playing for the crowd, in the end, they started booing him off the stage. I mean, they didn't want what he had to offer. They had an expectation, and Ricky Nelson didn't meet it. And in 1990, I was at a interview for a music job in a United Church just north of Toronto. It would have been a great job for me at the time. It was a rich church, had lots of money, could have afforded a really good music program. And at the interview, one person asked me this question. He said, what would you do if there was major conflict in the congregation and basically two camps of equal size, and they're really upset with each other because they have different expectations about whatever the issue is? How would you speak to that? And I started hearing that song playing in my mind, Garden Party, the chorus. But it's all right now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. And it seems to me in that moment I was given the answer, And I was in my late 20s. I was a bit naive, and I just sort of told him exactly what I was thinking. Well, in that situation with two warring camps, I'd probably do what I thought was right. Wrong answer, wrong answer, wrong answer. It's taken me 25 years to figure out why it was the wrong answer. And it was not the right answer. I mean, Ricky Nelson's song has a great wisdom in it. And that is, you can twist and turn in the wind trying to meet other people's expectations of who you are by what you look or dress or think or whatever it might be. You can twist in the wind trying to meet other people's expectations. Better to get grounded in some core expectations of yourself if you're going to make it through this world. But at the same time, it's also true that if you follow the lyrics of the song, or the chorus at least, it could get you in a heap of trouble. I mean, please myself, please myself, please myself, please myself. You try thinking that song out in a conflict with your marriage partner or with your children or with your boss at work, and you riff that out in your mind, and it could lead you down some difficult paths. Because the real challenge in life, and what the interviewer was asking me in the question was, how do we get people beyond their expectations? How do we get people to meet up and to connect with each other on the other side of expectations? And that is one of the deep calls of the gospel. That's what I understand it to be, to get onto the other side of expectations. I mean, we have here at Trillium, offer friendship and fellowship to all. Not a few or some or many or most, but to all. Which means, how do we get on the other side of expectations with all people? Beyond the biases of our expectations of how people are to look or to act or to think or to speak or to dress, or a host of other attributes. How do we get on the other side of that? I mean, Jesus himself went up against the world, the expectations of the world, and was crucified for it and was raised from the dead. Is it now his intention that we come back and simply reimpose another set of expectations on people? Because that's often what religion becomes, another set of expectations that people are expected to conform to. And I don't think that's what the gospel's about. And that's not what agape love in the New Testament is about. It's about how to connect with people on the other side of expectations. And you can love someone for how they look or think or speak or act or dress, but it's not agape love. And it's not the love I think we are all looking for. That song Garden Party has a certain tinge of sadness to it if you listen to it carefully. There's Ricky Nelson on stage having so much to offer to the crowd, but their eyes and their ears are closed, and in the end they boo him off the stage. And it makes me think, in my own expectations of others, how many I have booed off the stage of my heart.